Becky. Welcome to my channel. I'm really excited today to share this video with you guys because I did not do it last year and so many of you guys have asked about it and I feel really bad that I didn't. Today I'm going to be sharing my daughter's 8th grade curriculum choices for the 2023-2024 school year. I didn't do it for her for 7th grade because a lot of stuff had not changed and I just really felt like it was redundant, but we've made quite a few changes and I thought I would share with you guys today. So if you want to see what we're going to be doing for 8th grade, then stay tuned. Okay, so I have everything laid out on the table except for her math, which is teaching textbooks. It's online, it's a digital subscription, so I don't have a physical anything to show you, but it is all online. We love teaching textbooks. My oldest daughter used it from 4th grade all the way through high school graduation, so that's definitely the plan with my youngest, so that's something that we are going to be doing, but you can't see. Another thing that I have been doing with her this current school year and will be doing in 8th grade is working on remembering the presidents in order. We started that kind of late in 7th grade and we're taking our time. We're not in any kind of hurry. So that is something that I don't have here because I need to go and like print out the next group of presidents because you learn like 10 at a time. So I don't have that ready to show you. I can try to link it if I remember the resources that we're using for that. But those two things you're not going to see. Also her Bible curriculum, we're using the Not Consumed Bible studies. There's a variety of them. I actually did a haul about those and I'll try to remember to link that video individually. If I don't remember to link it individually, it will be in my homeschooling playlist, which I will link, and I will show you, you'll see in that video all the books that we got. And again, we're just taking our time going through them kind of, you know, one at a time, whichever one she's most interested in doing, she does that. And then we do a devotional with both girls after lunch, just a variety of things that we've done. So that will be Bible, but this is everything else. Starting up here in the top, I tried to kind of organize it by subject. We have spelling and vocabulary from Daily Skill Building. I talked about them in a different video. A couple things I like about their curriculum. Number one is they actually have a volume 7/grade 7. Now right now I have volume 6 because I looked at the words and I realized there was quite a few that she didn't know. So I'm okay with starting with level 6. You'll also notice that theme in other books in this curriculum choices video that I don't necessarily stress out too much about. Oh, it's grade 6, oh, it's grade 7 and she's in 8th grade. You know, I don't really worry too much about that. So we started with volume 6. One thing I like about their vocabulary and their spelling is you can use them independently of each other, but if you use them together, your vocabulary words are also that week's spelling words. So let me try to open this up. So yeah, so here's your spelling word, or your spelling list for the week. And then you have those same words for vocabulary. So I think that's pretty genius. And I don't think I've ever seen a curriculum company do that. And so I printed those out and put them in binders. So we have that. For writing, I'm really excited. We have a couple new resources. I love Critical Thinking Company. We've used them for quite a few things. And so we're going to be doing the Building Writing Skills Level 1, Building Writing Skills Level 2, and then in combination with that is Building Writing Skills Essential Tips and Techniques. This is a lot about like adding better verbs, better word choice, a lot of figurative language that you're learning about. So these kind of all together are going to be her writing curriculum. And I am going to be doing a separate video about these with a flip through and everything, so stay tuned for that. And then for grammar and punctuation, we're going to be using the Evan Moore, well, I actually have two of these to show you because I'm going to be doing a separate video comparing these two, but I do think for our purposes for next year, we're going to be using the Language Fundamentals 6. We completed level, or grade 5, some part of last year. We actually did a couple things last year. So we'll be doing this for 8th grade, but they do also have a grammar and punctuation for grade 6. Again, she's going to be in 8th grade. It's pretty much the same stuff. I'll be doing a separate video about this too, comparing and contrasting these two. So if you're interested in any of the Evan Moore grammar and punctuation workbooks, I think these two are the best. And so that's why I chose to compare these two. But for her, she's going to be using just this one. But keep in mind, there is another one that's also really good, and stay tuned for that video. And then for reading comprehension, we're going to be doing the Critical Thinking Company's Reading Detective. If you know anything about a lot of the Critical Thinking Company products, I mean, in the name of their company, Critical Thinking, they're really good at making things, any subject, no matter what it is, they're really good at making it challenging and requiring you to actually think to get to the right answer. And that's something that seems kind of obvious, but it's not. Every company I've used and every curriculum I've used doesn't really require a lot of deeper thinking. And so I really love how they infuse that concept in every subject. And so it's the same thing with reading comprehension. So basically they're reading different fiction and nonfiction topics, and then they have to go through and answer the questions, but they also have to, sometimes they ask you to list the specific sentence numbers or paragraph letters from the story to support your answer. So you're making sure that they're actually, you know, reading the text and then sometimes having to go back and reread it to find the certain number or letter of where they found that. And I think that's really helpful. Their history curriculum does that as well, and I really enjoy that. So we're gonna be doing this. For handwriting, this is the last level of The Good and the Beautiful's handwriting. This is level 7. She's finishing up level 6 right now. And like I said before in other videos, I think cursive is a dying art that everybody should know how to do. And so she's worked through all of their handwriting levels up to this point, and so this is level 7. She'll be doing that one. And then for science, she's actually finishing up the level before this. I can't remember which level this is. It could be 8, it might be 7. I don't remember. But she is finishing up the level before this and is going to be starting this one for 8th grade. I really love their science curriculum. I love BJU Press's science curriculum as well, but we really have enjoyed the ACE science curriculum. I like how it's broken down into what they call paces, so each pace is a different topic. So I like that, and so we don't necessarily go in order. I let her look at all the different topics that are going to be covered that year, and she picks and chooses first which one she wants to do, which one she's most interested in, and we just kind of roll with it. So I love that. I love that it's not parent heavy at all. I love that there's very little to no science experiments, which is what we wanted. I love that it's Christian based, and these are colorized as well. I know some of their older units are not, but these are colorized. So love their science. So I'm probably going to do a flip through of this just because there's very little information, very few videos on YouTube about them. So I think I might do that if I have time. So that's for science. And then for logic, other than the fact that, you know, Critical Thinking Company kind of infuses that in everything else, we're going to be doing, again, at our own pace, the Tuttle Twins, Beware Your Bias, and Logical Fallacies. I think I talked about that in my planning curriculum video for, I didn't say specifically 8th grade, but I was saying like maybe 8th grade, definitely high school. I wanted to do some type of logic course with her, but I like this because it's actually just a book. There's not like a workbook or anything. It's not too heavy. I mean, it's definitely thorough and very informational, but it's not like a set curriculum that I'm just gonna like hand her and be like, okay, here, go read this. I like this because I'm gonna be reading these with her, and we're gonna take our own pace, and we're gonna take our time, just make sure she understands. But I think it's really important to know, especially this day and age, how to decipher what's true and what's not, and how to decide what you believe and how to defend what you believe, and all of those things kind of come along with these 2 books. I got those 2. And then also for life skills, I got the Life Skills for Teens book. I bought this once before. I returned it because I was like, well, I mean, this stuff's kind of common knowledge. And even though it is, sometimes you tend to think if it is common knowledge that everybody knows it, but then you realize as an adult later on, like, wait a minute, how do I know that? Somebody had to teach me, or I had to learn the hard way. So that's why I went ahead and repurchased it, because I think even though some of it is kind of obvious, I think it'll be useful to her, actually even my teenager and my oldest daughter, and probably me as well. And then the last thing is her history. You guys know we love BJU Press. I love them for a variety of subjects, but for right now, history is the only subject that we're still going to be doing with them for 8th grade. This is Heritage Studies 6. She's finished all the heritage studies up to this point, which up to this point have been U.S. history, I believe. This is the first ancient civilizations / world history curriculum that she's done since we started BJU Press. We did it a long time ago with Story of the World, a little bit with, I think when we did the Good and Beautiful's history, I believe they had a little bit of world history in the level that we did. But that was a long time ago. So this is the first time in recent years that she's going to be doing world history. So I'm excited about that. I think she'll be really excited to kind of switch gears and talk about something else besides U.S. history, but we definitely will be coming back to U.S. history a lot in high school, because I personally would rather her know more about her own country than others. I know that might sound bad, but I feel like Americans especially are very bad at knowing their own country's history and rules and laws and processes. And so I feel like we are going to touch on world history again in high school, but I definitely want to have a huge focus on U.S. history in high school. So anyway, for 8th grade, this is what she's going to be doing. And that is everything. So like I said, except for teaching textbooks and our president's kind of unit that we're doing, this is everything for 8th grade. I will link everything for you. I will also link my homeschooling playlist. Every homeschool video I've done in the past is in that playlist. What else was I gonna link? Oh, also stay tuned because like I said, I will be doing a separate video about the writing curriculum, and I'll be doing a compare and contrast with the grammar and punctuation workbooks, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.